Welcome to High Alchemist. I am your host Chakra and I am here to enlighten you. Today we're going to be talking about astral projection. Astral projection is basically when your body is sleeping and you are still aware and in this astral realm. It's like dreaming, but instead of waking up in the dream or astral world, then remembering about it when you wake up in this world, you go to sleep in this world, but you're in your mind still awake. You're not in your body awake, if that makes any sense. Think about that inner voice, for instance, like when you say a number in your head, right? Like that's the astral voice that you hear. That's your inner voice. That's the consciousness that that resides when you're asleep, but that is always there. That is that little spark. Like in like a furnace, for instance, you always need that little spark, to start, the process to heat things up. But yeah, you guys need to be aware that that astral projection is it's a very serious thing. You can get lost in the astral realm, and you need to be careful when you do project yourself, be that while like daydreaming type of thing, or at night when you put your body to sleep. You can consciously, like, how people lose themselves sometimes, and they're like, oh, how did I get into that situation or whatnot? But also unconsciously, you need to be aware of where you tread. You need to be careful of in the waters that you're treading. You need to be careful. First of all, you need to be aware that you're in water. Then you need to be aware of the area, all that good stuff, like when you go to the beach and whatnot, and all that, just take all those examples from this world and apply those to the astral world, because it's kind of like a mirror dimension, but not really. Yeah, if anybody's seen that movie, what's it called? Doctor Strange. If anybody's seen that movie, Doctor Strange, it's kind of like that, and it's funny because I don't believe that we're this smart to come up with all these crazy things and put them into movies. I feel like you like I said in other videos, like in another video before, you mean to tell me that all of this is supposed to come from our imagination? No. Anyways, a lot of things that you see in movies, it's a little far-fetched, and the technology is definitely not there. It's very far-fetched, but it's most of those things on there are, I'd say, kind of real, because people can levitate. They're Indians. I've talked about this before. There are Indians in India, actual people from that country who, and a lot of people from all over the world that can levitate and come off the ground. You always have to be connected to something. So, if we can be just connected to nothing, even in nothing, in this little space right here, is a whole lot of energy that we're not aware of, and that's the whole electromagnetic spectrum and whatnot. But our consciousness derives from that realm, and whatever put us here watches out for us, I believe. And but they're like a parent, so you can't be under the watch of your mom and dad all the time. So you got to be careful when you're out there in the astral realm, doing your thing. And I hope you are the light. I hope you are love. I hope you are all those good things. And I hope you define yourself by the darkness, and because the only way that you can define light is with darkness. So there needs to be that yin yang, that balance in between, and you need to keep that balance in between this world and the astral world. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Be very, 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 very careful of bad things. And I'm not saying the boogeyman or whatnot, but yeah, good is real, bad is real, and we must take care of ourselves out in the astral projection. I've seen this in a couple of scary movies where I forgot what movie it was. Anyways, this guy got lost. This little kid, I think, got lost in the astral projection, and this guy had to come save his kid. I think it was Insidious or something like that. I forget what movie it was, but anyways, all these movies, man. Some of these, stories can come true, and you need to be careful in the astral world, in the astral realm, and to ensure that you come back fully enlightened and more aware than how you left. Yeah, I feel like I should tell you that you should be careful and don't be afraid. By all means, don't be afraid, because if you know who you are, and you will definitely realize that. So for those of you who want to know how to astral project, it's very simple. It's kind of like meditating as you go to sleep, but so when you're falling asleep, you have your eyes closed and you try to get all the thoughts out of your head. But before that moment comes when you don't remember anything, you want to kind of keep aware and keep awake, but realize that your body is resting. And slowly but surely, you'll be in this moment, in your now there, and you will basically put your body asleep like a little kid. And that's what I mean by watching out for yourselves, because you don't leave a little, that's why we got nanny cams and all this other things, but yeah, man, evil is definitely lurking around the corner, and so is good, and you gotta choose a side, because they will protect you. Or yeah, I remember one astral projection that I did personally, and for some reason it's always in my hometown back in Mexico, and I'm walking in the street, and at one point I feel like, what, I'm tired of walking, so I literally just think light, just think, just like kind of like that, like a Peter Pan type thing, and I'm start walking, and I just I just start to levitate, and I get real high, man. I don't know how I'm not scared just thinking about it, just consciously being, I'm a little like, like, whoa, but, I remember the city lights, looking down and everything, and it was a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful moment. And yeah.